Hi all, hopefully you are fine. The last video we have seen about Fourier series that have range from minus L to plus L or minus pi to plus pi, that is the period 2L or 2 pi. Today we can discuss about half range Fourier series. From the name itself, it is clear that in half range Fourier series, the range is half that we discussed earlier. That is, here the range is from 0 to pi or 0 to L. What we have discussed in the full range Fourier series was minus pi to pi. Here it is 0 to pi. There it was minus L to L. Here it is 0 to L. Then how can we write the Fourier series? Can we write using the same formula or not? Then we have to extend the concept to the full range. Then we will get two types of series. These series are called half range cosine series and half range sine series. And what is the idea behind it? We can see that we can consider a wave like this. It have range from 0 to pi. It's a half sine wave. Okay. It have range from 0 to pi. Now, the question is, write the Fourier series for this function. The function is only defined from 0 to pi. You write the Fourier series of this function. Then what we have to do? We can extend this function to minus pi to plus pi. That is, the extension will be in two ways. That is, here now the function is like this. How to extend this function to minus pi? Here it is minus pi 0 to pi. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. Now, the extension of this function from 0 to pi, we can do as a reflection in the y-axis and also as a reflection in the x-axis. If we are considering it as a reflection in the y-axis, the waveform will be like this. That is, the given function, if we reflect, for extending the given function to the full range of the Fourier series, if we are reflecting the given function in y-axis, the waveform will be like this. Then this function will act like an even function. See this, when we are extending this, the given function will act like an even function, and such series are called half range cosine series, because in the full range Fourier series we have seen that for an even function the full range Fourier series is reducing into the form of a cosine series. So if the given half range we are extending as a reflection in the y-axis, it will behave like an even function, and we can rewrite the Fourier series as f of x is equal to a0 plus sigma n equal to 1 to infinity an cos n pi x by L. Then here a0 is 1 by L limit 0 to L f of x dx, and n is like this as we discussed in the full range Fourier series. Now the other type of reflection is reflected the same wave with respect to the x-axis. Here it is 0 to pi, this is minus pi. In this case we extended in as a reflection in the y-axis. If we reflect this wave as in the x-axis to the range from 0 to pi, that is, we are making to it to the full range Fourier series, the waveform will be like this. Okay, then what will be f of minus x? F of minus x will be minus f of x. Then this wave will behave like this signal will behave like an odd function, and therefore such a half range series is behaving like an odd function, and it will give a half range sine series as we discussed in the last video. That is, the given function will write the Fourier series as f of x is equal to sigma n equal to 1 to n bn sin n pi x by L, and bn is equal to 2 by L 0 to L f of x sin n pi x by L dx. If we are giving the range 0 to L, otherwise if it is 0 to pi, it will become the L become pi, that is cos nx. Here it is cos nx, here it is pi 0 to pi 0 to pi, etc. So we can write in terms of L or in terms of pi, it's okay. Then the concept of extension of a half range, given half range into the full range, is giving two types of series, half range cosine series and half range range sine series, half range cosine series behaves like an even function, and half range sine series behaves like an odd function. That is, the concept we are using in the half range cosine series is even concept, and whereas that of sine series is odd concept. That's why we are using the same for the formula integral minus L2 plus L f of x dx is equal to 2 times 0 to L f of x dx if the function is even. And if the function is odd, this becomes 0. This here also we can see this. See, the function is even here. What is the integral? Integral is the area under the curve. So see this, the area, the total area of these two. This becomes, if the limits are symmetric, that is minus L2 plus L or minus pi 2 plus pi, the area will sum up. So 2 times the 0 to L f of x dx. Whereas if in the case of odd function, what happens? The negative area will be cancelled by the positive area, and we are getting the total area as the 0, and thereby the integration is 0. The same concept we have used there. Okay, so any function, any given function, if we are half range function, if we are extending that to the full range, we can introduce both a cosine odd nature and the even nature. That is, half range, we can write half range cosine series as well as half range even series. We can see some examples. First, we can see a half range cosine series of a function f of x. It is equal to x. The limits are from 0 to 2. Then how can we find this? So here it is, they are asking about a half range cosine series. So don't get confused from the full range Fourier series. The given function is f of x is equal to x. So if we are doing it in the full range series, we can tell that this is an odd function. So we are cancelling all the a0, an and writing only bn as. But here specifically it is asking half range cosine series. That is, the question is f of x is like this function. F of x equal to x means the function will be like this. So if we are taking the full range series, it will be if this is 2 minus 2, this is plus 2. Therefore, if you are taking the full range, the graph will be like this. Now the given function is only from 0 to 2. Okay, we have to extend this given function to the full range, that is up to minus 2. The extension can be in two ways. If we are extending the function like this way, then it is the even function. If we are extending the function in this way, then it is the odd function. So the extension can be done in the odd function, in the way of odd, or in the way of even concept. Now in the question they are asking what is the half range cosine series. Half range cosine series means we are extending the function as a reflection in the y-axis. That is, we have to do this with the even concept. Then we have to apply the even formulas. That is, if f of x is equal to a0, what is the formula of even half range cosine series? F of x is equal to a0 plus sigma n equal to 1 to infinity a n cos n pi x by L. Okay, now in the given question, the L is equal to 2. The total range is from 0 to 2. So L is equal to 2. So only we have to apply here. Now just find the A0 and N. So A0 is equal to 1 by L integral 0 to L f of x dx. So here we can write the L as 2, that is 1 by 2, 0 to 2, f of x is x dx. On integrating we are getting x square by 2 from 0 to 2, that is 2 into 2, 4 by 4, that is we are getting A0 as 1. Now we can find out the coefficient an. What is an there? An formula is 2 by L 0 to L f of x cos nx dx. Now n if it is pi, then n pi x by L dx. So on substituting the given function. So what is on substituting the given function means 2 by L is 2, 0 to 2, f of x is x, cos n pi x by 2 dx. Okay, now we can integrate this, that is 2 by 2 is 1, that is on integrating the first function x into integral of the second function, that is sine n pi x by 2 divided by n pi by 2 minus derivative of this first function. We can integrate by parts. For an easy method, you can use the tabular method. That is first function into derivative, first function into integral of the second function minus derivative of this in integral of second, and then plus alternative minus or plus. That is till the differentiation of the first function becomes 0. So here first function in integral of second minus this derivative, that is x derivative is 1, integral of this, that is minus cos n pi x by 2 divided by, already n pi by 2 is there, so n pi by 2 all square from next, if you are taking one derivative, first derivative differentiation of 1 is 0, so the till this point only we have to integrate. So this is between the limit 0 to 2. Now we can apply the limit. If you are applying the upper limit, this is x equal to 2, so n pi sine n pi, what is the value of sine n pi? Sine n pi is equal to 0, cos n pi is equal to minus 1 raised to n. So applying the upper limit, this is n pi, so that n becomes 0, minus, if you are applying the lower limit, sine 0 is also 0, so this term completely becomes 0, and here minus 1 minus, that is plus, here cos n pi, this 2 by 2 is cos n pi is minus 1 raised to n, minus cos 0 is 1, so this is 1 divided by, here you can write, this is on writing 4 by n square pi square. Okay, so this will become, so we got the n like this way. Now we can simplify this. This n can be odd or n can be positive. If n is equal to odd, what we will get, and if n is equal to even, what we will get. So see this, if n is equal to odd, this becomes minus 1, then minus 1, minus 2, then it will become minus 8 by pi square n. If n is equal to even, this become 1, 1 minus 1 is 0, and this function becomes 0. So if n equal to even, the an becomes 0. That means that, what is the meaning of that? A2, A4, A6, etc. becomes 0. So only the odd terms will remain. So we can write the f of x as is equal to A0. What is our A0? 1 plus sigma n equal to 1 to infinity. What is our an there? Minus 8 by pi square n into cos n pi x by L is 2. Okay, what is this? N. Okay, so with the condition kya hai? N is equal to odd. Okay, so on substituting this, we are getting that 1 plus 1, we can take minus 8 pi square outside, then inside this becomes cos n must be odd, so cos pi x by 2 divided by n, that is 1 plus, okay, there is this is n square, this is n square, this is n square. Okay, so this is 1 square. Then cos, next odd number is 2. On 2, this become A2 becomes 0. So next is odd number is cos 3 pi x by 2 divided by this n square is 3 square plus cos 5 pi x by 2 divided by 5 square plus etc. like this. So this is the half range cosine series of the given function. The same question they can ask that write the even function of the given f of x. Then also we have to find out the half range cosine series. Otherwise, if they are asking write the odd function of the given question, then we have to find the half range sine series. Okay. The next question, we can see the half range sine series of a function in the interval 0 to pi. Okay, so what is the half range sine series formula? That is f of x is equal to sigma n equal to 1 to infinity bn sine n pi x by L, or here it is in the pi range, so we can write it as bn sine nx. Okay, because in half range sine series the a0 and an becomes 0. So now we can find out the coefficient bn. What is the formula for bn? 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of x sine nx dx. Okay, so that is 2 by pi 0 to pi. What is f of s? Given function is pi x minus x square sine nx dx. Okay, so we can integrate in the tabular way. That is 2 by pi Then first function, that is pi x minus x square into integral of the second function, that is minus cos nx by n plus minus second function minus derivative of this function, that is pi minus x square derivative is 2x into integral of this function, that is minus cos nx integral is sin nx by n, already n is there, n square. This is now one more term will come, that is we have to differentiate here, that is plus pi minus 2x differentiation, that is minus 2 into sin nx integral is minus cos and minus is there, so plus cos nx by n cube, okay, and n square is there, so between the limit 0 to pi. Okay, so we can apply the limit carefully, so then we will get, see, first of all we can apply upper limit here, so then this become pi into pi square minus x equal to pi square, so pi square minus pi square 0, that will go. If you are applying the lower limit, this becomes pi into 0, 0 minus 0 into 0, this becomes 0, so this term completely becomes 0. And if you are applying the upper limit, pi minus 2 pi we will get, and minus sin n pi we are getting, sin n pi is equal to 0. And minus, if you are applying lower limit, this is sin n into x sin 0, so this term also will become 0. And then last term is minus 2 by n cube, what is there, cos nx, okay. So on applying the upper limit, cos n pi is minus 1 raised to n minus lower limit is cos 0, that is equal to 1. Okay, so what we are getting here is equal to minus 2 into 2, that is minus 4 pi n cube, okay, minus 4 pi n cube, here minus 1 raised to n minus 1. If n is equal to odd, then this will become minus 1, that is minus 2, that is here it become minus 2, that is equal to 8 by pi n cube, okay. And if n is equal to even, what it becomes, n is equal to even, this become 1 minus 1, that is equal to 0. So the answer is 8 by pi n cube if n is equal to odd, otherwise it is n is equal to even, it is 0. N is equal to even, it is 0 means, sorry, b is b2, b4, b6 etc. is equal to 0. So what will be our given function? F of x is equal to sigma n equal to 1 to infinity. What is our bn? 8 by pi n cube sin nx. Okay, that is equal to 8 by pi into sin nx. Sin nx means sin only odd numbers. Okay, even numbers are going 0. Even coefficient becomes 0. So sin 1x divided by n cube is here, so 1 cube plus sin 3x divided by 3 cube plus sin 5x divided by 5 cube plus etc. Okay, so the given answer is, what is our question? Pi x minus x square is equal to 8 by pi, this answer. Okay, some questions they will ask also from this expression deduce some relation, that is pi square by 8 pi cube something like that. In that case we have to substitute some values for x. Here it is sine function, so if it is given like that, here sine 0, when we are substituting it becomes 0. If we are substituting sine pi, then also it is going 0. Then if we are substituting x is equal to pi by 2, what we will get? Here pi into pi by 2, that is pi square by 2, minus this become pi square by 4, that is we are getting pi square by 2 minus pi square by 4 is pi square by 4 is equal to 8 by pi is equal to this function. Okay, that is sin x is sin pi by 2. Sin pi by 2 is 1 by 1 cube. Sin 3 pi by 2. Sin 3 pi by 2 is minus 1 by 3 cube. And plus sin 5 pi by 2 is plus 1 by 5 cube. Next will be sine 5x by 5 cube, 7 cube, that is minus 1 by 7 cube. I think you know this relation. Sine pi by 2 is equal to 1, 3 pi by 2 is equal to minus 1, 5 pi by 2, sine 5 pi by 2 is equal to plus 1, and so on. So alternative plus or minus will be with girl. So then on cross multiply we are getting this pi will come pi cube minus 32. So maybe they can ask this also from this relation, reduce the pi cube minus the pi 32 or like that. In that we have to be careful. The sine we can apply this pi by 2. If it is cos given, we can apply 0 or pi. Okay. Now we can do one more question. There is a discontinuous function. Okay, the next question we can do here. Find half range sine series of f of x is equal to x if between 0 to pi by 2 and pi minus x if it is from pi by 2 to pi. That is, the given question is not continuous, it is a discontinuous function, and from that deduce the value of something. So in this case, what will be the sine series f of x is equal to sigma n equal to 1 to infinity bn sine n x. So bn is equal to 2 by pi 0 to pi f of x sine nx. Okay, so that means here we can split. If we are given the question, it is a discontinuous function, we can split the limit, that is 2 by pi. Here we can, how we can split 0 to pi by 2 plus pi by 2 to pi. Okay, so here it is same, bn is sine nx dx. Okay, sine nx dx. Here it is sine nx dx. So it is x here. If it is from pi by 2 to pi, it is pi minus x here. Okay, now we can integrate. So 2 by pi, on integrating this, first function is x into integral of second function is cos nx by n minus x derivative is 1. Integral of this is minus sine nx by n square between the limit 0 to pi by 2, because the next derivation is 0, no need to do the step. And again in this function here, first function pi minus x, the sine nx integral is minus cos nx by n, in minus this pi minus x derivative is minus 1, minus cos nx integral is sine nx by n square from the limit pi by 2 to pi. Okay, now apply the limits carefully. This become 2 by pi, and applying the upper limit, this becomes minus is here, x is pi by 2, n is here, there pi by 2, on applying here cos n pi by 2. Okay, when applying the lower limit, this is x equal to 0, that become 0, and this is minus, therefore plus, and applying the upper limit, it become sine n pi by 2. Here it is, we have 1 by n square. On lower limit is minus sine 0, that becomes 0. So that's about this part in limit applying is over. Then here it is on applying the upper limit pi minus pi equal to 0, that time will go, and on applying the lower limit it becomes pi minus pi by 2, that is pi by 2 minus, or applying the lower limit we have a minus already. So minus pi minus pi by 2, pi by 2 into cos, minus this minus will come here, so plus pi, n is here, so cos n pi by 2, and this minus plus, and minus is minus. So then on applying the upper limit, this become sine n pi, that is equal to 0. On applying the lower limit, it becomes minus 1 by square sine n pi by 2. Okay, so many terms will cancel here. See this minus pi by 2 and cos n by 2, here plus pi by 2 and cos n by 2 cancel, and here it is applying the lower limit, 1 minus will come here. So it is not minus, it is plus. So this 1 by n square sine n pi by 2 and 1 by n square sine n pi by 2, that is we are getting 2 by n square sine n pi by 2. So that what we are getting here, 4 pi n square sine n pi by 2. Okay, so if we are applying this is equal to n is equal to odd or n is equal to even. If n is equal to odd, okay, sine n pi by 2 has a value. If n is equal to even, what will be the value of this sine 2 pi, sine n pi it will come. If n is equal to even, that means it will reduce as sine n pi, that will become 0. So we are getting bn is equal to 4 by pi n square sine n pi by 2. So we can substitute here, that is f of x is equal to sigma bn, that is 4 by pi sigma n equal to 1 to infinity 1 by n square sine n pi by 2, already sine n x. So condition n is equal to even, all these become 0, that is b2, b4, bx all are 0. So we have to consider only odd number. So what will be our answer? 4 by pi into sine odd, that is sine pi by 2, that is on sine pi by 2 it becomes plus 1, and sine nx 1x, that is sine x by 1 square. Next is n is equal to odd is 3, that is sine 3 pi by 2 is minus, that is minus sine 3x by 3 square. Next is sine 5 by 2 is plus 1, sine 5x by 5 square minus etc. Okay, so this is the given function, half range sine series of the given function. So if in the question, if it is given a discontinuous function, we have to split the limits accordingly. Now one more question they have asked, reduce this value of pi square, right? So in this question the given we got the sine term, so what value we have to substitute? X is equal to pi by 2. So when x is equal to pi by 2, x is equal to pi by 2, what is our function? X. So this f of x becomes x. So what is x equal to pi by 2? So x equal to pi by 2 is equal to 4 by pi. Then sine pi by 2 is 1, that is 1 by 1 square. Sine 3 pi by 2 is minus 1, minus, that is plus 1 by 3 square. Sine 5 by 2 is plus 1, that is plus 1 by 5 square. So all the terms becomes plus. Okay, so from this we can rearrange, that is this pi here. So pi square by 8 is equal to 1 by, sorry, not 2 square, 1 square, 1 by 1 square plus 1 by 3 square plus 1 by 5 square plus etc. Okay, so only thing we have to integrate and apply the limits carefully. Okay, otherwise it's very easy. Try more questions. All the best.